Welcome back to Dayana's online course on sleep for Inside the Timer. How did you do yesterday, taking a fresh breath of air anywhere, anytime? Did you notice a difference when you were falling asleep and following the breathing practice? Today, we will pay attention to our constant merry-go-round of thoughts and learn a couple different ways where we can intentionally calm down the mind and get off the thought merry-go-round. If this is a new image for you, I invite you to imagine or remember when you were a child and you went to the carnival and this merry-go-round, this carousel was going over and over, spinning and spinning, and to remember the sensation of looking at it, basically mesmerized by the colors, the shining lights, the sounds. Perhaps there was a horse there or an animal that caught your attention. And remember, once you got on it, how hard it was to get off of it once it was moving. So here it is, embedded in this image, the first clue as to how to stop, how to get off of this looping merry-go-round or carousel of thoughts at will. And the reason why is, by the way, because as we know so far during this week, we're exploring how what you do during the day affects your night. And sometimes one of the main complaints that I hear when people tell me about their sleep disturbances is that they either are getting to sleep or wake up in the middle of the night and they have these thoughts that keep them busy. Right here is the first clue that we are going to use to observe the thought merry-go-round, to interrupt it, and then to get off of it whenever we want. The clue is stillness. And you may think, oh, well, but how am I going to be still if these thoughts are running around in my mind like a crazy monkey jumping and I can't do anything about it? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a micro moment of stillness where you can observe the mind. And if you are in this app, you probably experience different meditation forms where you have already experienced this. So I don't need to explain to you the benefits of meditation. Now, I want to be clear that I'm not asking you to meditate before you go to sleep or to have a meditation practice during the day to improve your sleep, though there could be a benefit to that. All I'm saying is that we're going to draw from the stillness practice 2 or 3 different ways to observe our mind and to be able to use that as a tool both during the day and also at night to stop this looping thought or worrisome thought pattern that takes over us sometimes. So, stillness. Sometimes we achieve stillness when we stay still, when we sit down or stand up. Sometimes we achieve stillness just simply by observing. Stillness, in a way, is kind of like when you have a glass of water and you put a little bit of sugar in the water or powder and you stir it with a spoon and everything in there is moving, and at some point it becomes still when it settles. And the big difference is when it's in motion, when it's moving, it's really hard to see through it because that powder, that thing that we mixed into the water is moving everywhere. Now, when it's still, when the powder has settled, you can see through the water again, even if it changed its color. So what we do when we still our own waters, and keep in mind the human body is composed of about 70% water. When we still our waters, when we have a moment of contemplation, of slowing down, we allow our attention to become more settled, and we can then direct it any way we want. So let's decide now where to begin with this practice together. What is it easier for you is the place where I would start first. So I'm going to describe 3 different things, 3 different processes or practices that you're going to play with today. And you will do first the one that comes easiest for you. Maybe because you're experienced in it or you understand it better. Perhaps because you find it less challenging. Start where it's easy. First, we're going to talk about concentration. Concentration is different than meditation because when you concentrate on something, you basically are training your attention. Not much differently than if you have a dog or a new puppy and you're training this puppy in sitting or staying still or lying down or waiting before a treat. So a concentration practice will guide your attention over and over again to one place. Yeah? The easiest way to establish a concentration practice is to observe something and keep your attention steadily on that something. Could be your breath, could be a light or an image. It could be something that you're noticing, like a feeling. You can notice your breath, for example, and bring your attention back to the breath over and over again. You can do this by counting. You can do this by noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. You can even say this out loud, counting 1 to 10, or saying inhale, exhale. Even if you say it internally without sounds, you're noticing the inhalation and the exhalation, and you're bringing your attention back over and over and over again to that practice. Another very interesting concentration practice would be if you want to repeat a mantra or an affirmation, and you're bringing your mind back to that mantra over and over again. Can you imagine how this practice can interrupt your thought merry-go-round? If you're looping on a worry you had that day, or if you're remembering something that happened that made you feel bad, or something that you have to do tomorrow, or something you're worried about, if you can at that point observe your mind and replace, we can say interrupt that pattern with a concentration practice, choosing whatever it is you want to do at that time to concentrate your attention, put it in one place. Your attention cannot be in two places at once, so it will go from the looping thought into the place where you're training it to be it your breath, a mantra, or an image. So that's a concentration practice that you can do during the day today. And of course, you will practice it at night before listening to the audio recording. Another one, which you're maybe more familiar with, is a meditation practice, which you can also do several times a day, even if it's just a couple minutes. And that would be gently observing your thoughts without attaching to them, without wanting to change them or resolving them in your mind, basically observing the state of your mind. That is what I want to call meditation right now, just to simplify, because there are some other practices of meditation that have different intentions. Another way to think about this practice of meditation is to call it simple awareness. This is the way Deepak Chopra talks about it. In simple awareness, you're just simply noticing. You are observing. The way this practice gets you out of the looping mind is because you are observing it without changing it, without attaching to it, without wishing that it was any different. So it would be kind of like sitting outside and looking at the sky and noticing the clouds and that they have a gentle movement to them. And even if you wish that cloud looked a little different or wasn't there, there's nothing you can do about it. If you love that cloud and you want it to stay, it's going to go anyway. It's going to pass by. So that's how I define the state of simple awareness or basic meditation, when you're only observing. Now, I told you I was going to give you 3 practices today, and the third practice is going to be to notice where your feet are at all times. Of course, when you're lying down, your feet won't be touching the floor, but for the most part during the day, even if you're seated down, your feet will be somewhere. So by bringing your attention to your feet and noticing the contact that your feet are making with the floor, you are grounding your attention. You are connecting to something other than your sensations, your thoughts, your emotions. You will be reaching towards your body for support, physically and also mentally. You can do this anytime, by the way, and you can just do it for a few seconds, noticing where your feet are and putting your feet on the ground, if they are up in the air or crossed, or just some part of your feet touching but not the whole foot, can train your attention to be wherever you want it to be. So in a way, it's a combination of concentration practice and awareness practice. We're just using our body, our physical body, which is a great resource. So to recap, during the day today, I would like you to choose from all these different practices to, let's say, tame our attention or guide or train our attention. And you will be using either a concentration practice or a simple awareness practice or slash meditation or a grounding practice by noticing where your feet are. And do this several times a day today. Just get familiar with it as if you're creating a new relationship to it. Finding out about this new friend, your attention. And then at night, before you play the audio recording for the day, which will be recording number 5, I would like you to rekindle yourself with this practice. Especially the one that was easiest for you during the day. You want to connect to it before bed again. And at the time where you are, let's say, bothered, if you are, by these thoughts, by this looping mind, you will go directly to it because you have trained yourself to find a source of support in it. So tonight, if you get up in the middle of the night, if you are having trouble falling asleep, this is the practice that you're going to go to. And listening to the recording, of course. And together, they continue to weave your nervous system towards support, towards balance, towards peace of mind, and giving you more and more tools to reach for them whenever you need them. Please have fun with this as we always do, and let me know if you have any questions in the virtual classroom. Tomorrow, we will be learning why sitting is the new smoking. What can you do about it? And how does it relate to sleep? Have a good time tonight, sweet dreams, and I see you tomorrow. Please listen carefully to the sound of my voice and let all other thoughts go to the background. You're awake. Something woke you up. Perhaps you had to go to the bathroom. You had a nightmare. Or maybe after some dreams and completing a sleep cycle, you're awake, your mind rambling. Take a deep breath with me as you listen to the sounds of my voice. Take a deep breath with me as you listen to the sound of my voice, helping you get back to sleep easily. As you take the next breath, pay attention to the position of your body. Notice if you like your legs long, if you're resting on your back, and if the pillow under your head is comfortable. Arrange your body in the most comfortable, soothing position. Something that reminds you of the safety and comfort of being a baby or a day where you are very at ease, no matter your age. Breathe again now and sense the weight of your body and let it sink even deeper into the bed. Let the mattress support you and feel the texture of the sheets, the clothing you're wearing, perhaps the weight of the blankets. Let your attention sense your weight, your clothing, and everything around your body right now. And take another deep breath, noticing with the next breath that you are okay. If you had a bad dream, the dream is over. If you had a busy, worrisome day and the thoughts about it are still floating in your mind, rest assured now that your day is over. If you're worried about tomorrow and what you have to do, or something that may happen, I invite you to think that right now, as you listen to my voice, tomorrow is not here yet. So with the next breath, you can rest assured that right now you are okay. In this moment, you are safe. Feel the warmth of your body. Notice if you're a little too hot or a little too cold, and see that you can adjust your temperature to be more comfortable. And if you have your hands near your body, you can place them where they comfortably can rest, over a shoulder or neck if you're on your side, on your chest or belly if you are on your back. And with the next breath, sense now the warmth and comfort of your own hands, touching, hugging, holding your own body. In this moment, you are safe. In this moment, you are okay. Listen to the sound of my voice and think now of a moment in time where you felt really happy and at ease. Bring it to your mind's eyes. Sense the temperature in the air, the colors, imagine who are you with, what are you doing. See that perhaps you can bring in a feeling, a sensation. And allow right now a small, gentle smile to appear on your face, and with it soften your teeth and your tongue. And let this gentle smile be a reminder of that beautiful, happy memory. Let the sensation, the feeling permeate your body right now with the next breath. Bring it back. Let it be all you are paying attention to right now as you sink deeper into the comfort of your bed. In this moment, you are joyful. Let a gentle smile reaffirm this thought. And now let that go, just like a cloud passing by on the sky. And bring now to your attention a memory of a moment where you felt grateful. Something happened for which you felt gratitude, appreciation. You had a thankful feeling in your heart. Perhaps somebody gave you a gift, or you had a string of green lights as you were driving, running late to an appointment. Maybe your sports team won the championship. You witnessed your children's success. Or you simply felt grateful for your life. Bring back the feeling now and let it sink into your heart. And breathe again, letting now gratitude fill your whole body as you take the next breath. In this moment, you are appreciative. In this moment, you give thanks. And now, as you fully sense the weight of your body going deeper and deeper into dreamland, you're about to fall asleep if you're not asleep already. Bring back to your attention a moment where you experienced kindness. Kindness that you felt towards others, people, or animals. Or perhaps kindness that someone expressed towards you. That moment of warm connection. A small gesture. Maybe a spark in someone's eyes, a hug, or a handshake. Bring back now the feeling, the sensation, the experience of kindness, and let it find room in your heart and get bigger, warmer, softer. Let it spread throughout your chest, your neck, your face, your legs and your feet, your arms and your hands, until your whole body glows with the warmth of kindness. In this moment, you are loved. Breathe again this kindness that wraps you now like a blanket. And take another deep breath or two. And with your breath, send this kindness to somebody else that may be needing it right now. Maybe a person that you know of, that you heard of, a family member, a friend, or maybe a complete stranger, the one that needs it the most, and you just send it. Let it travel away from your body through a bridge, knowing that it will be felt and received, held and appreciated. And take one more deep breath as you sense that in this moment you can give kindness to others. If you're still awake, feel now the warmth of your body. Perhaps sense any sounds that your body makes, like your heartbeat, your belly. And let the next breath become slower and fuller, and bring back to your attention the connection you have right now with my voice, my gratitude for your trust in my guidance, and know that in this moment you are held.